Hello, everyone. This is Dr. B with Gut Busting Entertainment. And we're going to begin our session today with the same theme God saying, I knew you before you knew you. And we're going to go from the scripture of Luke, the 12th chapter. We're going to be talking about self image, what we think about ourselves and why we think the way we do, and what God thinks about us. I'm going to be reading from Luke, the 12th chapter, and I'm going to read 6, 7. What is the price of 5 sparrows? A couple of pennies. Yet God does not forget a single one of them. And the very hairs on your head are numbered. So don't be afraid. You are more valuable to Him than a whole flock of sparrows. We are valuable to the one who loves us more than we love ourselves, the one who created heaven and earth, the one that sent His Son to die for us, that we may have a right to the tree of life. That's the one who loves us. That's the one who says, don't be afraid. This is the time of the season when a lot of people are trying to be in the spirit of what they call Christmas. And we lose the whole reason for the season. We really don't know when Christ was born, but what we do know is that He was. But during this time, we're trying to keep up with the image of what this world dictates to us, what this time says. And instead of many of us internalizing those things that are worthy of us, peace, joy, and happiness, we find ourselves looking everywhere and in the wrong direction instead of looking to the one who can make a difference in our lives. God is so precise and so personal with us that He let us know, I even know how many hairs are on your head. I know you that intense. I know you that close. I understand why you feel the way you feel. I know what you've been through. I know how it was for you to be in that. And whether you know it or not, I was there with you. I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to feel that no one cares. And many times what happens is that we take the word of someone who does not even care about us. We may be related to them. We may have wanted them to be our friends. You may have liked them and they just don't like you. I have experienced that in my life. There are some people that I really not only liked, but I loved them. But for some reason, I just made them upset every time they saw me. And every time they thought they had to do something for me or they had to do what I asked them to do, there was that tension, there was that resentment. And I was so hurt behind that because I did not realize and didn't understand why it had to be that way. Have we ever been afraid of people like that? Have you ever been afraid because you just don't know how things are going to turn out? Have you ever been afraid because you do know how things are going to turn out? Have you ever been afraid because things are happening so fast and you have no control? These are things and factors that many of us go through. But God tells us to let not our hearts be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. For in my Father's house are many mansions. There is a peace that comes with knowing God. There is a joy that you have in spite of what we experience in this life. And God is not always the one who is hollering in our minds. He speaks softly. He wants us to know, I'm there. But you have to want me to come in. I don't want you to be afraid because I have the answer. I have what you need. And many times our answer is that we just want it to be over with. Why can't God make it just be over? Why can it not happen? But that's not life. That's not the way this world is. And he gave man dominion over the earth. And boy, have we made a mess out of it. But even in that, he is still here with us. And he's constantly calling each and every one of us, come to me. My yoke is easy. My burdens are light. And you will find rest. We need to find rest. We need not to be afraid. We need to know that we have everything we need when God is in our lives. You may not have that high-paying job. You may not have the finest home, the finest clothes, or even the finest transportation. But when you have peace of mind, you have more than anyone who has all of those things and are troubled. He knows us. He knew us before we did. And he cares for us. Whatever this season has to offer you, whether you get gifts or not, whether people are kind to you or not, always remember somewhere close by you, God has a witness that he's still with you. I pray for those that are on the streets. I pray for those that are homeless. I pray for those that society has thrown away. Even in the schools, the system is failing many. I pray for those who are older, we who are older. And society is getting to the place that they have no use for us any longer. Today, my word to you is be not afraid. Put your trust in God. He knows the very details of who you are. He knows where we come up short. And He knows when we trust Him. Our trust in Him must come into our world of reality. And we only know that we trust Him when we don't see how it's going to be done. And yet we say, God, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how it's going to be done. I don't know even if you're going to heal me. I don't know if they have an answer for the particular disease or illness that I have. But I trust you because faith is trust. How many of us trust someone in your life, with your life? And if we can trust someone in our life, with our life, who has the possibilities of failing, not because they want to, but because we all have our limitations, then why not trust the one who does not fail? Ask Him for strength. Ask Him to keep you. Ask Him to make the way and to open the door. He knows the very hairs on our head. He has numbered them. And even the ones that have fallen out, He knows the ones that are left. Even the ones that you may shave off. He knows the ones that are hidden down in the scalp. What a mighty God we serve. May you find the Prince of Peace this season. May you find the love that passes all understanding. And may you always remember that you are valuable to the great I am in all situations. Because God sent His Son that we may have the opportunity to change. Not on our own, but with His help. That we will be all that we can be. Not only in Him, but in this world. Because God is concerned about body, soul, and spirit of man. May God bless you.